Yo, welcome back to another creepy Reddit story here on Nightmare Threads. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next one. Tonight I've got a pretty wild one for you, and it's stuck with me for a while. It's about a neighbor I had, or maybe a neighbor I didn't have. Trust me, you're gonna want to stick around for this. So I live in this old, kinda sketchy apartment complex. It's not much, but it's cheap, and I'm not complaining. Most of the people around here are chill, but there was this one apartment right across from mine that always gave me the creeps. I don't know what it was about it, but I swear something was off. It didn't look weird or anything, but it always felt... I'd hear stuff at night, like random banging noises, stuff moving around, muffled voices, just weird, unsettling sounds. But the thing is, I never saw the guy who lived there. I'd see him come and go, but it was like he was a shadow. I'd hear the noises, but never actually see him, which was strange because he was always home. And it wasn't like a quiet neighbor who just stayed out of sight. No, this guy was active, just never visible. Now this one night, that's when things got really weird. It was a Friday, around 11 p.m., and I was just chilling in my room, scrolling through Reddit. Ironic, I know. Then, I hear it. Knock, knock, knock. I figure it's just someone at his door, right? But then it keeps going, and it doesn't sound like regular knocking. It's like this rhythmic pattern, knock, 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 over and over, like it's trying to get my attention. At first, I think it's nothing, maybe just someone visiting him or whatever. But then, it keeps going, longer than normal, and it's not stopping. It's like whoever's doing it is trying to send a message, not get in. It was unsettling. So, I decide to check it out. I open my door a crack and peek across the hall, thinking maybe someone's standing there, knocking at his door. But nope, the door is wide open, and there's no one around. The knocking is still going, but it's coming from inside the apartment now. I'm standing there thinking, what the hell? And that's when the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Something feels wrong, like I shouldn't be standing here. But me being me, I start walking down the hall, trying to figure out what's going on. And the closer I get to his door, the worse it feels. It's like the air itself is heavier, colder. My heart's pounding and I can feel that something's watching me. And that's when I see it, a shadow, but not like a regular shadow. This thing is standing still, just waiting. It's hard to explain, but it felt like it wasn't even human. Like it was just... there. I freeze. My stomach drops. I can't explain why, but I know this thing isn't a person. It's something else, and it's aware of me. I don't know how I know this, but I just do. It was like I could feel it staring at me, even though it wasn't moving. At that moment, I knew I wasn't supposed to be there, so I turned around and ran back to my apartment. I locked the door behind me and didn't leave for the rest of the night. The next day, I called the building manager, asking if anyone had moved into that apartment. I was thinking maybe someone was just really quiet, or maybe I was just hearing things. But when the manager checked the records, he told me no one had lived there for months. That apartment was empty. So, what the hell was going on? I heard the knocking. I saw the shadow. But there's no one living there. After that night, I stayed away from that door. I didn't even walk by the hall for weeks. And honestly, I've never been back there since. If any of you guys have had a creepy experience like this, hearing stuff from an empty apartment, or maybe a weird neighbor situation, drop a comment below. I'd love to know if I'm the only one who's had something like this happen. Alright, that's it for today's story. Thanks for sticking around, and if you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now. There's more creepy stories coming your way. And hey, before you go to bed tonight, lock your doors, alright? You never know who or what might be knocking on the other side.